Africans, we really value marriage so much. Like we value marriage more than we value family. So I remember when I was doing my clinicals at the hospital, and I was in one of the patients' room, a woman, a Black American, and she asked me if I am married, and I said yes. She said, okay, like for how long? And I said for more than 20 years. She said, what? Girl, you kidding me right now? Are you serious? I said, no, yeah, I'm serious. I'm married for more than 20 years. She said, first husband, the second, the third. And I said, first husband. She said, no way. No way. Like, you're telling me, girl, that you've been living with this man for 10 years, for 20 years, and more? And I said, yes. She said, something is not right here. Something is not right. And I said, okay, so what can be the problem? So while we were chatting, my teacher walked in inside the room. She wanted to know why I delayed in that room. And so she came in when the discussion was going on. And the woman turned to my teacher and said, you know her? And my teacher said, yeah, she's my student. And the woman said, she said she's been married for more than 20 years. And my teacher said, yeah, that's what she told me. And the woman said to the teacher, you don't see anything bad in it? And my teacher was like, bad? That she's married? The woman said, no, she's staying with one man for more than 20 years. That's not right. That's not right. And my teacher was like, oh no, this is our culture. Where we come from, once you're married, you're married. If you're having any problem with your spouse, you're going to sort it out. The both families are going to come together and then they're going to sort it out. And that was exactly what I was telling the woman before my teacher walked in. And the woman had to press a bell and the nurse walked in. And when the nurse walked in, the nurse was like, what can I do for you? The woman said, no, I needed a witness. That was why I called. The nurse was like, okay, what's going on? She was startled, like the patient saying that she needed a witness. And the woman told the nurse, you know this girl? And the nurse said, yeah, she's here with us. She's, helping us. She's still a student. And the woman said, are you aware that she's married for more than 20 years? And the nurse was like, first husband, or second, or third? And I said, first and only. She said, no way, no, no. And I said, okay, like, what's the problem? Staying with one man, is it a problem? She said, no, are you telling me that he's a saint? Are you telling me that he doesn't make you angry? Are you telling me that he's getting everything correct? And I said, no, he's not a saint. He has his fault and I have mine. But we try to sort it out. And she said, I ain't going to sort out anything with anybody. Girl, if he misbehaves, I'm dumping him and I'm going over to another person. And then I asked her, are you married? She said, yeah, I have 3 kids. And I said, okay, with one man. She said, this is my 4th husband. At that point, I didn't say anything anymore. And the elderly woman said, because I saw her pictures, I saw her, family pictures with her children and her grandchildren. And I told her, Mama, I know you are a grandmother. She said, yeah, I'm a grandma, but I got married 3 times. Yeah, because I ain't going to put up with any bullshit from any man. You understand? How can a little girl like you be staying with a man for more than 20 years? Girl, you are in slavery. I didn't say anything anymore. I just smiled. My teacher just turned and looked at me and said, Ogechi, you see the difference in cultures? And I said, yes, I can see it. Like, that was the reason why I said earlier that we value marriages. We value homes. But these people, they value children more than what you call marriage. Like, they don't believe in being at a place for the rest of your life. I'm not saying all of them, like I'm saying majority of them, like they don't believe in staying at a place for the rest of your life if that place is not favoring them. Like they don't want any skin pain. They don't want any rubbish. Like they can't tolerate. That's what I noticed. They can't tolerate. Once that place is not conducive for them, they cannot manage. But we African, especially African women, especially Nigerian women, we can tolerate everything and anything. We can stay at a place, even if we are bending our neck like this or bending our head like this, we're going to stay there because of what the society is going to say about us, even if it's not good for you. But the world are not saying it that way. The world are saying it that if that place is not favorable for you, you got to leave. And remember, these are the people that brought the white wedding for us, the white marriage that says for better, for worse. Like you're supposed to be with that person for the rest of your life, whether good or bad. These are the people that brought that kind of marriage for us, but they are not practicing it. So what's going on?